What's up, guys? Andrew Caley from Covers back at you. I've returned after a little mini vacation, but I'm happy to be back and bringing you my three favorite MLB player prop picks for Wednesday, May 25th. Today, I'm looking at a couple of total bases props for two of the hottest hitters in baseball, and I really like the Angels to take advantage of their matchup against Glenn Otto tonight. But first, let's just get right into it and go with Mookie Betts to go over 1.5 total bases when the Los Angeles Dodgers take on the Washington Nationals. Betts is now reminding people of why he's still one of the best players in baseball with his current run. He's collected hits in 11 of his last 12 ball games, improving his batting average to 292, but it's his last 6 games that has really been something else. Betts is on a 6-game hitting streak where he is hitting .458 with a 1677 OPS. That includes 4 dingers and 4 doubles. Now, National star Eric Fetty will be tasked with trying to slow down Betts and the Dodgers, which is obviously easier said than done. The 29-year-old right-hander has been okay to start the season, pitching to an expected ERA of 4.43 and allowing a 270 expected batting average to opponents, but Fetty just doesn't have overwhelming stuff, and when he isn't locating well, it can be hard for him to miss barrels, and not many are barreling up the ball better than Betts at the moment. Say that 5 times fast. Betts also has an impressive 1,009 OPS when facing right-handers this season, so getting this price on him to go over his total bases prop looks like a solid value, particularly when you consider he's gone over 1.5 total bases 10 times in his last 12 games. Next up is Tim Anderson to go over 1.5 total bases when the Chicago White Sox host the Boston Red Sox. Anderson certainly hasn't let some ignorant, I would say, comments from Josh Donaldson distract him at the dish recently. The White Sox shortstop is one of the toughest outs in baseball at the moment. He's been tearing the cover off the ball all month of May with a 407 batting average to go along with a 992 OPS. And maybe even more impressive is the fact that he struck out just 7 times over his 19 games this month. And while it may seem crazy, Anderson has elevated his game even further. He's currently riding a 5-game hitting streak where all of the games there are multi-hit games, and is hitting a ridiculous 600 with a 1452 OPS. And tonight he'll face off against the great Dick Mountain himself, Rich Hill. And while sometimes it can be hard to fade the best nickname in sports, Hill has given up a 277 batting average to opposing right-handers and has lasted more than 5 innings just twice this season. That means plenty of work for a group of relievers that ranks 17th in ERA. And of course, Anderson crushes lefties. He is hitting a crazy good 519 with a 1333 OPS when facing southpaws. Obviously, he's gone over his total bases into the last 5 games, but he's also done it 14 times in the 19 games he's played this month. So bet on him to do it once again tonight. And we close with Glenn Otto to go over 4.5 hits allowed when he and the Texas Rangers face off against the Los Angeles Angels. Now, the Angels' hot start has everyone wondering if this is finally the year we get to see Mike Trout back in the postseason. And with the way they're hitting, that is certainly a possibility. The Halos enter tonight's matchup ranking 2nd in the MLB in OPS and home runs, while ranking 7th in batting average. That could mean a long night for Otto. The rookie right-hander is having a tough go of things to begin the year. He is pitching to an expected ERA of 6.87 while surrendering an expected batting average of 301 to opponents over his first 5 starts. Now, that obviously doesn't bode well because we said the Angels are a great hitting team, but they also rank 3rd in OPS and 9th in batting average when facing right-handers this season. On top of that, Otto has been knocked around over his last 2 starts, giving up 15 hits. And the other thing to note here is that the Rangers have tended to let Otto work out his issues on his own because really, who else are they going to hand the ball to? And he has pitched at least 5 innings in 3 of his last 5 starts. So that should mean plenty of opportunities for the Halos to rack up some hits against him. So to very quickly recap here, we're going with Mookie Betts over 1.5 total bases, Tim Anderson to go also over 1.5 total bases, and Glenn Otto to surrender more than 4.5 hits. That's all for today, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe and tune in tomorrow for even more MLB player props.